Hey, this is Casey from Trading Strategy Guides. I'm filling in for Tim Black today, and I'm going to show you how to find killer MACD setups along with 3 special tips to help you trade those things much more profitably. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, before you start, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so you get updates, because we have trade updates every single time. And a lot of people are getting winning trades off of our setup, so you don't want to miss it. Now, before I get in today's setup, I want to tell everyone to say thanks to Tim. I just want to thank Tim for doing such a great job on this channel. A lot of people might not know this, but Tim was one of the very first person that ever has worked for me as running my trading education companies, and he's been with me about 10 years. And so he's a great guy. I'm really thankful. He's loyal. He's helped me out, and he's taught me so much about trading. And so just go ahead and leave a comment and thank Tim for everything that he's done. And when he comes back, he'll see it, and he'll really feel good about all the contribution that he's made. All right, let's go ahead and get to the setup. So this is MACD, and today's trade is going to be on the Australian Canadian dollar. Now, what I want you to notice is, first of all, this is a free indicator that I'll have a link below. The MACD for the MT4 has really been ugly, and people have been asking us for years to make it better, so we finally did. So I'll put a link to that. But anyways, the first thing I like to do on a MACD setup, and this is actually a real trade, so you get to see the strategy and a trade. The first thing is use a higher time frame. I mean, you can do this on lower, but I prefer a higher time frame. So that is the first thing that I would say. Tip number 1 would be use a higher time frame. All right, daily, weekly, and get looking at it on a couple different time frames. That can help you get familiar with the trade. So another tip to look at is to get into the move early. So we can see that this is a daily chart, and we just had the transformation crossover, right? And I'm going to be getting into this trade very soon, and sometimes these moves don't actually work out. It'll break out, and it might go sideways and then break down. But if we take a long, and then when it goes short, we can still jump into the short trade where we take a small loss, but then when it goes short, we get a big win if we happen to be wrong. But for this particular setup, I'm really liking it because on a daily time frame, we have this key level right here. And you can see that it touched it, and then now it broke up, and now it's coming back and it's retesting it, right? And so getting into this move early will help us. I personally didn't get in yet because it broke so fast, but now it's retracing. Okay, and the next tip that I have is how to maximize your profit, and that is to get into the trade with a smaller stop loss. Normally, if you are using daily and you've got to put your stop loss below a level, it could be a very large stop where it's like this one's 86 pips. But if we can actually drop down to a lower time frame like we do here, you can see that it's actually now reversed, and on the 15-minute, it's a lower time frame and it's negative. So if we can match up a daily chart and a 15-minute chart, we can drop our stop loss. So let me show you. On a daily, we're just starting a brand new move. We've just broken this support level. Now we're retesting. And so if we get another crossover to the upside on the 15-minute, and then also a crossover here on the daily, now we have multiple time frame confirmation, and we can go ahead and take this trade, and we can get a little tighter stop. So we could probably put our stop below here, or to be safe below one of these, but in this case it's only a 22 pip stop, 23 pip stop versus 86, right? And so if we break out of here, we get a 20 pip stop. What that enables you to do is you're risking only 1% on this. It enables you to get a much larger entry, a much larger trade size. So instead of risking 1% at 86 pips, you're risking 1% at 23 pips, and you can earn, instead of a 1 ROI, you're looking at earning a 3, 4, 5 ROI, return on investment, and that is how you'll make money long term, is by getting that high return on investment. All right, so looking at this on a daily, waiting for a breakout. It's already broken out, but I'm looking for another confirmation. When this pops back up, I'm looking to go long here. And you can see that if you guys are familiar with Tim's trading, which I very much am, he's helped me out so much, he likes consolidation. And so we actually have a consolidation here right now happening on a 15-minute. We've got a little range, right? You can see that. We've got this range right here. And so if we get a breakout here, this confirms on the MACD, it's confirmed on the daily, we have a pretty high probability trade. And then now it's for my bonus tip. I gave you 3 tips. Now this is my bonus tip. You didn't know you were going to get a bonus with me today. But the bonus tip is wait for the trade to develop. Don't chase it. So in this case, we have our setup. We have the setup. No reason to try to follow price action, because you end up getting a better price. If the price action doesn't develop the way we want, or whatever we are looking for in a trade, then it's not our trade. We have to let the price come to us. We're not going to chase it. And over time, it will help you build your discipline and improve your trade setup. So let's go ahead and outline this again. Looking for a breakout here with a change of MACD on a 15-minute time frame. I'm going to be putting my stop pretty conservatively down below here, about 90.70. And I'm looking at a nice target here. I'm going to go back up to this range, all the way up here. So my target is going to be about 150 pips with a 20 pip stop loss, which is a really nice ROI. My target is going to be 92.46. And that's pretty much my OddCAD setup. I'm going to do a little different than Tim. He does the review of the trades before the setup. I guess I lost track of it, but my setup is I'm going to review Tim's odd Swiss or US dollar Swiss. He said it was going to explode, and Tim was right. It did explode, but there was no trigger today because he's looking for a breakout above here. So keep your eyes on this, and when it breaks up, we can go ahead and follow Tim's instructions. I'll actually link back to that in the description so you can get Tim's analysis if you want. All right, that's it for today. Remember, OddCAD, looking for a breakout. And also, please subscribe, hit the notification so you can get the updates here. And also, don't forget, I mentioned it earlier, please leave a comment for Tim, thanking him for being on here every day, for giving everybody daily setups that help people make money. I really appreciate it. I know you guys do. So let's make Tim feel appreciated by leaving a comment and saying thank you. All right. Have a good day.